Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So what we got today is it's going to be kind of a short mixed up video created out of some clips that I shot in the shop in widescreen, which you guys will like, and a bunch of clips that I shot for Instagram in vertical. So my apologies for that, but I did want to show as much as possible the creation of this particular frame handle keyhole bolster knife thing, which has got some new stuff in it for me. So bear with me. I didn't like get every little detail about the whole process, but I hope I got enough for you makers out there to kind of show you at least my method, and you can probably fill in a lot of the blanks yourself as you go along. This knife ultimately went to Eating Tools in New York, where it was a part of a gallery show in New York City. Where it did sell for a good price. I'm happy to report it was a success, and I guess the whole gallery show was a really good thing. And so thanks to Abe for that at Eating Tools, and I think it's pretty exciting that we're making inroads into the art world, at least with culinary cutlery. So anyway, enough of that. Let's enjoy the video, and I hope you get something out of it.
Okay, so I'm going to open up this folder that contains all the design stuff for the knife. I took a photo from right overhead of this knife on a clear background, and then I imported it into Inkscape graphics editor. And once I had it in here, you can see that this one right here is the actual photo of the knife. I cut it out using the polyline tool mostly to trace around the edge of the blade, remove it from its background using nodes, click dragging lines, adjusting things very carefully by being able to zoom in and really kind of get the details right. Let me zoom out, and then I need to make sure it's true to size. So I can actually put it in the middle of that template there and print it if I wanted to. So right now when I select the blade there, I'm going to put it in inches as a unit of measurement, and I can see up there in those two bars the height and width of the object in inches. I can measure the actual object and make sure I can measure the object on the screen and the height here with a polyline, and then drag the line away and measure the height of the line. I can do the same thing for the length of the blade, and then I can actually drag the blade or different parts of the object around different directions until they're exactly reflecting the true life size in case the photo distorted something a little bit. And that's a pretty good way of getting a cutout image of the photo that matches what the blade actually is in real life. It's pretty important to get all the dimensions and shape correct. So we're going to close that without saving, and then we'll go farther into what I do with it from there. Okay, so going back into this early drawing, I traced it. I used the polyline tool then to create a basic handle outline, made some copies, and did some various styles of inlay, double keyholes, just to kind of workshop ideas. I wanted to stretch out and do something a little bit beyond what I'd done before, at least with the Pantograph. So this was the next iteration, a drawing in which I kind of simplified up here and streamlined it, looked less busy, better flow, drew in a compound grind there just to kind of further mock it up. Then double sized that handle and dragged a copy over here. So then further iterations of the drawing for pattern work include 3 bolster pieces on this sheet for the negative of the bolster at double size. Here is a double size pattern for the rest of the handle for the inlay. Then I did things like print up a sheet of like full single size ones just so I can cut some out and have mock-up paper pieces. And then once I had double size paper patterns printed out, I was able to take them over to this 1/8 inch thick clear polycarbonate sheet I use for patterns, spray glue some Super 77 on there, and glue the paper down. And now I can cut out with the scroll saw close to the line and finish it with the die filer, grinder files, whatever, just to get it right to the line to start creating patterns, positive and negatives there, and then drill holes for pinning them to base plates so they can be used from either side for either side of the handle. I didn't unfortunately show a ton of the actual like physical pattern work here with the sheet and stuff on my way to generating these patterns. I think I just got into the flow, and it wasn't like I was really trying to film this for YouTube per se, so bear with me on that, but let's move along. Starting cuts on the Pantograph here. Got my pattern work done yesterday. About 10 thou into this. Just outlined it. Probably swap back to a 3/16 roughing mill here and a slightly oversized stylus, and get down to the full flute depth of this 16th mill here, but with the 3/16. Then come back up and clean it back up and finish all the corners down to size with the baby mill. I don't want to get too deep in that channel and start cutting a lot of my own chips and screw up my little detail end mill. So I'm going to do most of the work with the 3/16, but yeah, it's looking pretty neat. After a lot of cutting and fooling around from both sides of this thing, we got it pretty much excavated, and there's just a few little tags of material left at the bottom of these that my small cutter couldn't reach because the flutes are too short. So we'll just burr those out because they are far enough inside the material. They are pretty far from being a visual portion of the fit. Also, there's going to be a threaded added tang up through here too, so a lot of that will just get drilled out anyway. But yeah, it's all full depth cut. I got the female part of the keyhole fit cut out of the bolster here. Combination of Pantograph and then a carbide burr to finish the last little bit of the web out of the inside. Now I just got to go cut a test piece out of some plastic or laminate for the positive side of the keyhole fit. See how that fits in there off the Pantograph pattern. And then I have to drill and tap a little hole in the inside of this, front of this, for an added tang. And then it'll be on to heat treating this thing. Cut a test male piece on the Pantograph out of some 1/4 inch UHMW plastic, and it fits pretty good. I used a 5 thou oversized stylus to cut it first, so I'm going to use that same 5 thou oversized stylus to actually cut the real handle slabs too. I always start oversize for the fit and then sneak up on it. But yeah, now I'm going to drill and tap the bolster. And I think we're going to leave it there, everybody, for now. Call it Chapter 1. We're going to kind of be shifting gears and getting into some more manual machining next episode. We'll do this in some shorter bites. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.